TV and movies and video games makes you more violent?
No. Man, it's all education, you know. I play this for the art of it. You know, it's interesting. Plus, it's desensitization to the actual reality of our lives. See, there's really aliens and stuff. So this just helps break the ice when they come.
Everything is 3D flat for me. My eyes are red and gold. The air is standing straight up. Isn't that the way I picture me? I can't control my strength. How the hell did I get here? Something about this is very right.
Your fans, you know, you range in all ages, but the kids seem to identify with Slipknot more. Why do you think that is?
They're fed up, just like Slipknot was fed up when we came out. They're tired of it, and we're a course of action.
Tell me about that. Mid-90s, you're in Des Moines, Iowa, and you're doing something that in that area especially no one was doing. How were you received?
Poorly. I don't think they ever really made fun of us, but they just thought we were, you know, whatever. And we kind of were like, you know, you guys are all trying to get somewhere. We're just trying to do what we love, and that's play music. We want to play the music that speaks to us.
Oh, you won anyway.
I won, 14-11, thank you.
Get out of my ear, 'cause I don't need this. Why did I say this? But I'm a bitch, I'm a cherry, you're gonna die. I am sinful, just making my mind up and taking your breath away.
There's 9 of you, which is insane in a rock band.
Yeah, it's not a rock band.
It's a metal band.
Movement.
It's a movement.
It is a movement, dude.
What's the movement? What's the
World
cause?
domination. It seemed like everybody was talking about who was in the band. Oh, this guy left that band to be in this band. No one was talking about the music we might be playing. It was very frustrating. So we decided to take it to a new level and put on the mask. Get rid of that rock and roll cliche. Who cares what I look like? Who cares what my hair color is today? Who cares if I got an earring or a new tattoo? It's a clown.
We never really worry about what other people think about like the way we look as opposed to what we're playing. You don't go gold in Canada and Australia and Japan and Europe and America if the music sucks.
On stage, it gets really violent. I mean, you guys are knocking each other out. Hey, didn't you almost lose an eye in Seattle?
Yes, I cut my head open on a mic stand, 17 stitches. And as I was leaving, you know, they were trying to get me in the ambulance. I said, hold on a second. I went out front and I watched these guys slam, you know? And I looked at them, I'm like, that's the world's greatest band right there. And I'm happy to be part of it, you know?
Do you ever worry about what you're saying or what you're doing and that a kid may not be able, you know, to process that information like we can as adults?
Our fans are like such a sick legion. It's like Slayer fans. Those people believe in something so much. The last thing they want to do, I think, would be to go outside and necessarily, in fact, like someone that's not going to understand necessarily what we're doing or what they're doing. They believe in like a certain like set of beliefs that maybe we have kind of set out. But I think that they digest it right. They wear it fine. They know what we're talking about. It's pretty much one-on-one. We speak right to them, not above or below. They know exactly what it's like. It's total respect for us and them. I think they're actually really, really, really smart kids. All of them, very smart.
Most parents want to bag on bands because of language and philosophy, but it's all in the parent, you know? Spend your time and talk to your children and give them the rundown on what it's about, you know, what art is about, what expression is about, what music is about. And if you do that correctly, then you understand that things like 4-letter words are really not a concern because, yeah, they're words too. I mean, I can name a million words that aren't considered curse words that have their definition is scarier than a cuss word.
All you wanna do is shut me down. All you wanna do is step me around.
most important things to us. We spent a lot of time pre-show and after the show signing autographs on numerous occasions. You know, we've fed some of our fans. I mean, you know the ones you need to take care of a little bit more. You know, the ones that really need it. You know, talking to or a little bit more comfort.
Columbine massacre in Colorado, where two disturbed teens gunned down their high school classmates, and there's been a series of school shootings since then. We've been forced to look at the culture of violence as it extends beyond high schools and even video games.
Violence and aggression are just part of the stresses of modern society. And we all seem to agree violence is up, but what are we going to do about it? The statistics show that youth violence is on the increase, but does this indicate a general increase in our violent world?
And some artists actually embrace the violence, like Slipknot. Slipknot right now are the kings of violence core. Would you agree with that?
Well, let's take out core, and violence would be cool.
Kings of violence. Lyrically, when Corey's getting into some of the killer violent lyrics, which obviously represents something that you guys are feeling or we're feeling, you never wonder that, you know, a kid may not be able to accept
Victor
it.
with 21 aliens said thank you.
Corey's deal is Corey's deal. He's got to say what he's got to say. He doesn't tell people to go out and do things. He's singing, you know what I'm saying?
Obviously, your fans, you know, you range in all ages, but the kids seem to identify with Slipknot more. Why do you think that is?
They're fed up. It's like Slipknot was fed up when we came out. They're tired of it, and we're a course of action.
How do you relate to the violence inherent within Slipknot lyrics?
I love it. It makes me want to hurt more people. I'm going to go in there and break as many noses as possible. It's going to start swinging. It's going to be great. Seriously.
Oh, really?
That's how I hear you get backstage.
Hey, do you think TV and movies and video games makes you more violent?
Man, it's all education, you know. I play this for the art of it. You know, it's interesting.
Kids that are very young, up to age 7, really don't discriminate between reality and fantasy. And they can be doing things that it comes as a complete surprise. The little child, for example, that shot the other child in Michigan earlier in the year didn't have any sense of what that child was doing.
My brother plays a lot of video games, and like after he does a lot of killing and stuff, like he'll come up to me from behind and he thinks it's funny, you know, when he comes and hits me or something. But yeah, they can't really tell the difference. I mean, it depends how old you are.
Well, most parents want to bag on bands because of language and philosophy, but it's all in the parent, you know? Spend your time and talk to your children and give them the rundown on what it's about, you know, what art is about, what expression is about, what music is about.
We'd rather people come to our shows and get their aggressions out in a positive way, you know, with a smile on your face, than to go out and get behind the wheel of a car and, you know, shoot people or have road rage and, you know, do stuff like that. Woodstock was kind of unfortunate, you know, to have the whole thing that happened with the last day. You know, unfortunately, the press and the media, they want to point the finger at somebody. You know, it's either the promoter or it's the bands or it's the, you know, the venue, but the one group that nobody's pointing the finger at is the fans.
Viewers.